This guy is a very good friend of mine. Been doing comedy for a long time. We know each other inside and outside of comedy for a lot of different reasons. So please put your hands together for my very good friend, Long Hu, comedian in heels.
You might be ready, but I'm not. Hang on. So hi, I am Long Hu. Stay. As you might guess, I am gay. If you haven't, then take a look at these. Fucking hell, I should have stretched. Yeah, I find it quite hard being a gay guy in China. Because, well, back in my country, I could always find other gay guys. It was very easy. Because I would just walk into a room, announce I was gay, and listen for the arseholes clamping shut. The ones that didn't, I knew were my brothers and sisters. So, yeah, but in China, that doesn't work, because none of you are afraid of me. None of you know that I can bring around a flood, a famine, all sorts of things, because we gays are powerful and can control the weather. Jesus Christ. Yeah, my name is Long Hu, and as we all know that in China, when you pick a name, it's from your parents, isn't it? And it's the elements, yeah. Yeah? Yeah. I haven't got Chinese parents, as you might have guessed. So I picked basically my Chinese name based on my date of birth, which is good because it now means that my Chinese name is April 1986. But it still sounds pretty good in Chinese. But whenever I tell Chinese people that my name is Long Hu, I always get a similar sort of reaction, which is... And I thought, alright, okay, I'm going to translate some of the names of the children that I teach in my class. And, yeah, oh yes, they let me teach. This is a wonderful country. So I was translating some names of the kids, and I was teaching a little boy called A Little Bit of Rain, Drizzle. I was teaching another boy called Pretty House Cat, and another one called Collywobbles. And I'm the one with the weird Chinese name. But it gets worse though when I let the Chinese parents pick their children's English names. Oh yeah. Oh, someone else has had the same problem. So, we'll compare. We'll compare. What was the worst name you had? Gangbang. I'm not talking about nicknames. I'm talking about actual names. What was the worst name you had in a class?
Little Fur.
Little Fur. Fucking beat that, mate. Right. So, in one year, I was teaching a girl called Lemon, a boy called Winter, another boy called Lucy, he's going to have problems, and a boy called Handsome. Now, let's remind you, I am a 6'2" homosexual in a kindergarten. And I had to greet this child every day by saying, "Good morning, Handsome. Drink some water, Handsome, and swallow before you speak, Handsome." It is very hard being gay in this country. It is, it's quite difficult. Another problem that I have being gay in this country is swearing, because I'm also ex-military, and ex-military people, we like to have a good swear. We do. We fucking love it. It's almost as good as sex if you're not doing it correctly. So yeah, I like to have a good swear, but in China, I have real troubles. Because the really good swear in China, who's brave enough to tell me? No, don't make me say it. Tao ni ma, okay? Which is basically, fuck your mother. I don't want to fuck anybody's mother. I tried to use this once, and I bottled halfway through. I'm chasing a guy around the 4th Ring Road, and I basically went, Tao ni ma, which actually translates as fuck you, mother. I got a rather confused look. I also tried swearing, and the other thing is Chinese people like to use numbers in their language. I have numerical dyslexia, which means I'm number blind. So here I am trying to swear, and if you want to call a woman a bitch, then you would say 3 and 8, san ba. I fucked it up, called her 83, and she hated me even more. If you want to call a person an idiot, then you would call them 250, or a bai wu. I was following a guy around the 4th Ring Road again, and I tried to use that, and I shouted 520. For those of you who don't understand, I was chasing a guy around the road saying, "I love you, you prick!" Oh, it is very, very difficult. It is quite difficult. But another thing that I find is the coming out bit. Coming out. When I first heard about coming out, I thought it involved having an orgasm outdoors. But apparently that's not the case. But you're supposed to come out. And I thought, when you come out, there will be some sort of email passed round. Everyone will receive it as a sort of WeChat group message. And then they'll just know you're gay. But no, you have to come out every fucking time. So I had to come out to my family. That was interesting. I had to come out to my father. And he basically said, you can't be gay, you like women too much. Think about it, dear Dad. I came out to my mum, and she was really good though. She was really good. She says, "Son, I will always love you. I will, no matter what you do. But at least now I have the daughter I always wanted." She actually helped me pick these shoes out, so I'm not quite sure what kind of daughter she wanted, but she's got it now. No, my mum is great, my mum is great. I brought her over to China a couple of years ago to meet my fiancé, because we can get engaged as well. And she came over and she met my Chinese fiancé, and she says, "I always knew you were going to have yellow fever." And why? Well, you were born with jaundice. Oh shit. So yeah, no, it's interesting. It's certainly interesting being here because well, as a gay man, when you go anywhere, there's always something that we do. Have we got any gay men in? Ooh, hello. No, I don't think we've chatted before. But when you arrive at a new location, you will turn on your gay radar, which is basically Grindr. You turn on Grindr and it tells you who is in what direction, and if you're clever enough and ex-military, you then move somewhere else, get a new distance, and then you can triangulate positions. I probably shouldn't be telling you this on stage. But no, you go there, and I started getting messages in this country, and everyone's like, "Are you a 1 or a 0? Are you a 1 or a 0? 1 or a 0? I thought they were trying to get me to grade myself. It's like, well, I know I'm not the prettiest guy in the world, but I think I at least make a 1. Apparently it was whether you're a top or a bottom, whether you're active or passive. Why are you nodding? Oh yeah. I'm a 0. Okay. But no, it's interesting. But yeah, no, it turned out if you want or a bomb, and it ended up ruining a movie for me. The Matrix. Because now all I see is dicks and arseholes coming down the screen. And Keanu Reeves. Okay, dicks and arseholes all over the screen. And yeah, no, but when you're talking on Grindr, it gets very interesting because you know you have these usual etiquettes, and it's sort of like people will say, "Hi, how are you? Yeah. Do you want to have sex? All right, okay." I had a message the other day which was basically just sex. No punctuation, no hi, no nothing, just sex. He wasn't even asking me. It was just like, this is happening, sex. And I wasn't quite sure how to deal with it, but then I realised that in China, that's kind of how it works. How do you ask for a blowjob in this country? You know a lot. How do you ask for a blowjob? Okay, well, for those that don't know, it's 吃我的鸡巴, which is eat my chicken. Not could you eat my chicken? As the British people, when we ask for a blowjob, it's very much like, if you're not too busy, if it's all right, if it's not too forward of me. But in China, it's just eat my chicken. How do you get a blowjob from a vegetarian in this country? Eat my eggplant? I don't know. But that's not the weirdest conversation that I had on social media. I had one worse on WeChat. Basically, I had a person add me. So I added them back and went, okay. And that was it. After a day, I thought, hi. And that was it. Honestly, it'd be like if I came over here to this poor lady here, and we just sat down and went, is this uncomfortable? You're alright. I was freaked the fuck out. I didn't know what to do. Oh dear. Anyway, guys, I think my time is running short, so I'm going to have to end it there. But you have all been fabulous, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your show.